Imagine walking into a forest at night, your only guide the wavering beam of a flashlight. What if you were not alone? In a serene suburban town nestled on the edge of a vast forest, whispers of uncanny sightings after the sun sank beneath the horizon stirred the curiosity of the residents. One such town inhabitant was Lisa, a young woman known for her bravely adventurous spirit, but accompanied by a mind that demanded rational explanations. She was not one to believe in ghost stories or local folklore without substantial evidence. Intrigued and skeptical about the rumors of strange apparitions in the forest, she rallied her friends, convinced them that they should be the ones to discover the truth behind these elusive claims that had the entire town in a state of unease. Brimming with a sense both excitement and apprehension, their spirits high and their senses alert, they resolved to embark on an expedition into the forest's all-consuming darkness. Armed with only their flashlights as their source of light and sense of security, they ventured forth into the enveloping mystery of the woods. As they delved deeper into the dense expanse, the atmosphere seemed to grow heavier, with an unsettling, palpable silence that clung to them like a second skin. The shadows of the trees appeared to dance around them in an eerie ballet, their imaginations running wild with every snap of a branch and rustle of leaves. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the inky blackness, its silhouette distinct and terrifying. It was Eyeless Jack, a creature more chilling than anything their nightmares had ever conjured, his hollow eyes a portal into an abyss of pure fear. Panic like a tidal wave seized the group, their hearts pounding against their chests like war drums heralding an imminent battle, their breaths shallow and quick, echoing the underlying terror that gripped them. The creature advanced steadily, a low, ominous whisper seeming to echo from its lair. The woods, once a playground of their innocent childhood, had transformed into a labyrinth of sheer terror. With adrenaline pumping through their veins, they turned on their heels, their flashlights slicing through the darkness, desperate to locate an escape route. But the forest, as if possessed, seemed to close in around them, the path they had taken swallowed up by the insatiable night. The friends found themselves trapped, their screams swallowed by the thick foliage that surrounded them. The whispering grew louder, the figure drawing ominously closer. Then, in a heart-stopping blink, Eyeless Jack vanished into thin air. The forest fell into an eerie silence, the whispering ceased, and they found themselves alone in the darkness once more, facing the unknown. Their flashlights flickered, casting long, trembling as they clung to each other, their breaths shaky and their bodies trembling. In a breath-stealing moment of terror, Eyeless Jack vanishes, leaving the friends trembling, wondering if they will live to see another day. There are houses that hold secrets, and then there are houses that hold horrors. Sarah was about to discover the difference. In a quaint, serene suburban town, Sarah found herself settling into an age-worn family house. This house was no ordinary structure. It was an ancient edifice that bore the burden of countless years and whispered tales of the bygone era. She had heard whispers from the local townsfolk about the house's strange aura and inexplicable occurrences. However, she remained resolute and undeterred. The house, she rationalized, was just a house, or so she naively thought. As the bright days gradually gave way to eerie nights, Sarah began to feel an uncomfortable prickling sensation creeping over her. She dismissed it initially, attributing it to the unfamiliarity of her novel surroundings. But then, the whispers began. They were soft, raspy, echoing from the deepest, darkest corners of the basement, like a sinister lullaby. One chilling, frost-bitten night, she found herself inexplicably drawn to the eerie sound. The basement, generally a silent realm of lurking shadows, was suddenly pulsating with an ominous, almost tangible presence. And then, she saw him. Eyeless Jack. A dark figure set starkly against the dimly lit backdrop, his empty eyes staring vacantly into the formless void. Before she could rationalize the terrifying spectacle, she was ensnared, a helpless, innocent victim to a horrifying ritual. Eyeless Jack, with his bone-chilling whisper, carried out his macabre act. He extracted her organs with a precision and calmness that was disturbingly clinical. The terror in the room was palpable, the pain unimaginable, and her screams echoed through the empty house. But before the dawn broke, before the first ray of the sun could bring some respite, Sarah was gone, vanished. The next morning, the neighbors found the house eerily silent, hauntingly abandoned. Doors creaked open with no one stepping through them, and the air was heavy with an unspeakable dread. The whispers of strange happenings escalated to loud murmurs, the fear of something malevolent lurking in the shadows now terrifying, undeniable reality. The old family house stood there, a silent testament to the spine-chilling horrors of the previous night. Sarah was gone. In her place was a disturbing tale, a haunting memory of a night filled with petrifying fear, a creature that defied human comprehension. The horror that had taken place was now etched in the house's very bones. As the morning sun washes over the abandoned house, the neighbors can only guess at the horror that unfolded in the quiet of the night. Friendship can be a beacon of hope, but what happens when it becomes a curse? In the labyrinth of life's seemingly ordinary narratives, there hides unexpected turns and twists. Our narration now focuses on the journey of Jack Nichols, an average college student with the same dreams and aspirations as any of his peers. However, fate had other plans that were far from the ordinary or benign. Jack, with his friendly demeanor and trusting nature, found companionship in a group led by Jenny. They appeared to be just another group of college students, indulging in harmless banter and fun. But beneath this seemingly harmless facade of camaraderie, there lurked a dangerous secret. Unbeknownst to Jack, he had stepped into the realms of a grim cult. This group of college students were not what they seemed to be. Their intentions were far from benign, their plans far from ordinary. Jack, unsuspecting and trusting, walked blindly into their malevolent trap. The people he thought he could trust, the ones he considered his friends, deceived him. His trust became his downfall. He was subjected to a dark ritual that took away his sight, the darkness of the act triggering something dormant within him. An inner evil, dormant until now, was awakened. The transformation was swift as it was horrifying, a change that no one could have anticipated. Jack Nichols, the regular college student with dreams in his eyes, ceased to exist. He was replaced by a terrifying entity would make your blood run cold. Eyeless Jack. His face, once familiar and warm, now became a chilling sight, devoid of eyes, yet filled with a terrifying new vision. His lack of sight only fueled his purpose, a purpose that was clear as day: revenge. His former friends, the group that used to share laughter and stories, now quaked in fear at the mere mention of his name. The doom he brought upon them was swift and merciless. Eyeless Jack, formerly their friend, had now become their ruthless executioner. He pursued his vengeance with a chilling efficiency, his acts of violence driving his transformation further and etching it deeper into his very soul. But the satisfaction of revenge came with a heavy price. Jack found himself trapped, not only in his monstrous form, but also in his destiny. He had become a creature of perpetual violence, his humanity lost in the inky depths of the darkness that resided within him. In the end, Jack is trapped in his sinister fate, a symbol of the darkness that can lurk in the most unexpected places.